Thank you for joining us at UInc. My name is Josh Greiff, and I'm here with you today, as I am every week, to help build the most important brand in your life, which is you. And when we talk about building, we use tools, and the same goes for building our brand. These wellness tools will help elevate your emotional intelligence and help to lead you in a more positive, successful direction in life and in business. Some of these tools you can layer on for protection, and some you will hang up in the closet to outfit you another day. This week's tool is entrepreneurship, and how a new meaning for this term can be annexed and lead us to success in life and business once I've demonstrated to you that this is a great tool for your brand. Our guest today can't vote, can't purchase alcohol or cigarettes, can't serve their country, they can't donate blood, they can't work full-time, they can't play the lottery, can't apply for loans, can't get piercings or tattoos, can't sue you, can't get married, or even buy fireworks, in most states in the United States anyway. But what they can do is embody the entrepreneurial spirit and take risks and organize resources and create something new and inspiring to others. Today, we have with us Joshua Greiff and Matt Weis of Unbound Apparel and budding journalist Ben Belinger here in Studio A. They are friends, under the age of 18, all students at Olentangy Liberty High School, and aspiring captains of their industry. Welcome, guys.
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Hey, great. Josh and Matt, you started Unbound Apparel Company a little over a year ago, and according to your About Us description on your website, the idea for Unbound transpired from a simple conversation between two friends about the fashion industry and the world around us. Unbound is a brand that strives to inspire today's youth to create something meaningful. Our brand is all about breaking barriers and escaping from societal pressures to do things a certain way. We feel that this message is encapsulated in our slogan, Aspire to Create. What sets us apart is our message, our affordable prices, and our unrivaled quality. So I can speak about the unrivaled quality because those of you who are not listening, those of you who are listening and can't see, I'm wearing an Unbound hoodie and it's remarkably soft, but we're here to talk about being an entrepreneur. And you mentioned breaking barriers to create something meaningful. So tell us about that conversation that the two of you had and how you're helping today's youth, other than being an incredible inspiration, I am sure.
I think, just to start off, we were always looking for something, different to do, something new to, kind of change up the pace. And that's kind of, what this started from. We just were, just kind of wanted to start something new. So we were, talking. We were both interested in, fashion, clothes and stuff. That's something I've been interested in for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of how it started, but it eventually just, turned into a business.
Mm-hmm.
And, opened a lot of new doors for us, I guess you could say.
Okay. What about the changing people's lives, influencing youth, that kind of thing, other than by example?
Well, yeah, I think mostly by example. We just kind of want other kids not to be scared to try different things that, other peers might judge as, outlandish and far-fetched. We've gotten our fair share of criticism from, kids in our grade just saying it's, stupid. And but we just keep going, and we want the minority of kids that want to create something to be able to do that.
That's a great message. So what was the reaction you received from your parents? I know you said other adults were super supportive, but as we mentioned in the bio, you guys are under 18. You really don't have complete autonomy yet. You need parents to support you, open accounts, file for an LLC, etc. What was the reaction you received, and how did that help or hinder your entrepreneurial efforts? Because I want parents out there who are listening to consider being supportive of these kinds of endeavors. What was your parents' reactions?
At least my parents were really supportive of me and thought it's really great that I'm not just sitting around the house all day and doing something different and trying to make something out of my life.
Okay. Yeah. And then what about you?
Pretty much the same thing. My mom's definitely my biggest supporter.
Aww.
She's bought everything I
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's great.
She's give me every color. And, she loves it.
That's awesome.
It's inspirational, I guess.
Okay. And then did you guys also hit them up for money? Because I'm curious. I have to know. No seed money. So maybe that helps being supportive when you're not asking them for seed money, right?
Yeah.
So you guys put your own money in this, then your own private money that you believed in it. Okay. And then what about you? How about for your podcasting that you do? Was that something that you had to convince the school leaders about that?
So we took a field trip to Otterbein earlier in the year, and we took a class about how, like, journalism is changing, and it's going from paper to, like, in the cloud and stuff.
Yeah.
And we came up, me and my buddy Chris Schutrum, who I do the podcast with, we came up with the idea of starting a podcast for school, because it's never been done in our school in the, like, 15-year history. And in the beginning, everyone thought of it as a joke, but as it went on, people started to support us more, and that just, like, it gives us, like, a reason to keep going.
Right. And, you know, I didn't realize that you were doing a podcast, so if you want, after we're done here today, I can tell you any of the pro tips you want to do.
Oh, I would love that. I
Okay,
definitely need it.
I'm an Airbnb experience host for podcasts, so I would be happy to share all that stuff for you.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank you.
Be my pleasure. Where can one go to find out more about your apparel line and what you guys are up to? So you already have batch 1 and batch 2. Am I wearing batch 2 then?
No, that's the first.
Oh, yes, the
sweatshirt we made.
original. Okay, so when is there a batch 3 coming out?
We're working on a few things, but we don't have an official release.
Okay, keeping us in suspense. So tell us about some of your handles, your URLs, and things like that.
So our website is www.unboundohio.com, and we have, like, a lot of information on there. We have a lookbook with some pictures. We're working on, like, a playlist that kind of represents our brand that we're going to put on there. And we have our products for sale on there, and we have a little bit of information about our stuff. And we're also working on a video that we're going to put on there, so just keep tuned for that. And then our Instagram handle is @UnboundOhio, if you want to check that out. It has some more pictures and kind of keep you updated with what we're doing.
Sure. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I wanted parents to be supportive of entrepreneurial endeavors of their children, because clearly they are, for the most part, you know, a make or break a lot of the times for a young entrepreneur. What has this endeavor taught you guys, and I want to break it down, about yourselves, about your work ethic, about the business, and your vision of your future? Okay, so we'll want to ask you first, what has this taught you about yourselves?
I mean, I think it showed us that we're not afraid to, like, step outside of boundaries that are kind of like imaginary boundaries that have been created by, like, our peers and people of our generation, where you just have to, like, be cool and, like, fit in and just not do anything different.
Great.
I think it just showed me, like, what I'm capable of.
Nice.
Like, there's a lot of like you said, expectations. Like, we're just in high school, just go to school, like, play sports, that's about it. But, like, it showed us that we can, like, be involved in, like, business with, like, adults and, like, people that are more educated than us and still be, like, respected. I guess.
Okay, what has this taught you about your work ethic?
I mean, I think it's been tested at times, but I'd say it's still pretty good, and we're still striving to be better every day.
Sure.
It's just, like, every single day we gotta, like, work, and that's just consistency and
So 24/7 gig.
Yeah, exactly.
It really
like,
is.
As soon as we kind of just don't do anything for a few days, we're falling behind.
Yeah.
So it's like always gotta
Get on it.
Yeah.
What about the business? What have you learned about the business? Either apparel business or just selling or something like that?
I guess this is like entrepreneurship in general.
Yeah.
But I think it taught me that it's just like all about passion. So like if you're not passionate about the industry or the subject, then you're not going to be able to be successful. And that's like what you said, 90% of startups fail. That's because people want to be entrepreneurs.
Right.
But they're not like actually willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
And I think you can be a hard worker, but you have to have like passion for it in order to.
Because it doesn't feel as much as like work either.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so I'm having a good time while I'm doing this too.
Because it starts out really good, like everything's going well and you're like feeling good, and then it slows down.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
if you're not passionate about just like creating, then like you're not gonna be able to like stick with it.
That's right. Anything you want to add about the business aspect of what you learned?
I mean, I think we've just been learning a lot about like marketing and different strategies, and, like more the technical side, like tracking our expenses and stuff like that.
Okay, and then finally, your vision of your future. How has this changed your vision of how you see yourself in the future?
I mean, I think this is like a great tool for us, like even if this specifically doesn't like blow up and become like something we can do like in the future, like it's still given us a lot of skills and opportunities to learn like about our future.
Yeah, and you can take this and parlay this into some next level thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just put us way ahead of like other people that are interested in business or entrepreneurship. entrepreneurship, like just because we've had so much experience already, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people just wait until they're done with college to get into that. But like,
Yeah.
I think just starting at like a young age opens a lot of doors.
Right. And as I mentioned, like your level of confidence, it's like,
Yeah.
look what I can do.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and Ben, I'm curious, you yourself have taken initiative to be here
Yes.
and get some valuable experience in preparing for entering your field of podcasting journalism, a
Yeah.
hallmark of an entrepreneur also. And sitting here listening to Josh's and Ben's story, and I'm sure you've heard it before than here today because you guys are so close,
Yeah.
and them sharing the impact of the experience of starting an apparel company that it's had on them personally, I wonder, what impact has this had on you as a peer watching your friends go for it, so to speak?
So it's kind of inspired me, like, to just try new things, and like people just like focus on like popularity and stuff and like sports, but like instead of starting like after college, like doing what you want to do, they're starting early. They're doing what they want to do in their future now, and I think that's really inspiring because not a lot of people are doing that.
Great. And so are you.
Yeah.
And then we'll hear more from you when we get to the person on the street
Yeah.
segments. Okay, you guys, I can't tell you how gratifying it is to see you guys live out your dream and really inspiring others. You are making a difference, and congratulations and thanks for being on You Inc. here today.
Thank you for having
Thanks.
us.
Yeah.